What's up, everyone? I'm gonna walk through what you should be doing right now if you're a residential contractor stuck at home with nothing to do. Hey everyone, this is Logan Shinholster with Contractor Growth Network, and I'm hearing a lot of things where contractors are just sitting at home. There's nothing that they can do. They have no idea what to do. So they realize, maybe the work's not coming in. Let me go ahead and shut all my ads off, shut off any marketing that I'm doing because nobody's buying right now. And I'm gonna walk you through why that's the opposite of what you should be doing. Let's go ahead and just get this out of the way. Is right now with this virus that's going around, we have no idea when it's gonna end. Probably looking like another 4 or 5 weeks, but again, nobody knows the timeline because virus creates the timeline. So nobody's buying right now as a homeowner, and we know that, right? If we have a graph by Neil Patel, what he talks about is this is actually, are people searching for you right now? And if you zoom in and you look, you'll realize that next to travel, construction is actually the second largest drop of searches being done right now. And maybe even if we get the traffic stuff out of the way, meaning how many people are actively seeking this stuff out, on the flip side, if you look at conversions, meaning people actually turning into leads, construction's doing worse than travel. That means that more people end up booking online flights and cruises and hotels right now than they are booking construction work. Construction as a whole is actually taking the biggest hit out of everything right now. So if this doesn't tell us don't advertise, don't market, just sit there and curl up in a ball, I don't know what does. We've got all these signs saying you should absolutely just do nothing, sit there, ride this thing out. But in fact, that's what most people are doing right now. And those that are doing that are gonna realize that by the time this all comes back, the contractors that did the opposite are the ones that are going to absolutely kill it. Right now, we're all sitting at home, we got nothing to do. Instead of turning everything off and not marketing because we don't think anybody's gonna be hiring us right now, we should be marketing and advertising to actually build the brand right now. Since nobody's gonna hire you, it's tough to make this mental decision, right? To go, okay, I know nobody's gonna hire me right now, but I'm still gonna spend a bunch of money. And the rationale behind that is people may not be ready to buy today, but they are ready and willing and able to learn more about the services that you have to offer. Now hear me out for a quick second. All these homeowners are now working from home. They're sitting at home and they're looking around at their walls, their kitchen, their floors, their bedrooms, the outside of their home at the siding. They're noticing all these discrepancies and issues that they never noticed before because maybe they weren't home that much. But now that they're stuck at home for weeks and months, they're now seeing all this stuff. So there's a lot of uncertainty out there and they may not be ready to buy today, but they are gonna be ready to buy soon. So now you're probably thinking, okay, what are we doing during this time then? So as far as advertising goes, right now everybody's at home, they're looking around, and they're also on social media. So if everybody's on social media, but nobody's quite buying, what are they doing? Well, they're just researching, they're hanging out, they're trying to figure out a way to entertain themselves over the next 4 to 6 weeks. That is where you, residential contractor, that's where you guys come in. What we're doing with a lot of our clients right now is we've switched over from saying, you know what, people are gonna buy right now, to the idea that nobody's gonna buy for several weeks. So we might as well use this as a major brand building opportunity. So what we're actually doing is we're actually running ads that the idea is to give a homeowner, give a consumer something to download, something that walks through the process of your business, some sort of nice PDF, nice guide, whatever it is, in exchange for their information. This is how you build your pipeline, your sales pipeline, all right? So this is, at the heart of it all, what major companies do and what all these big time marketing companies do is they realize that if they show you one ad, you're probably not gonna buy because you've never seen them before. You have no idea who they are, but for some reason contractors think the opposite. They think that, well, if I just pay for leads, I'll grow my business big time. But in fact, the best contracting companies out there still build these email lists and still use email marketing to nurture the relationships, because not everybody is going to want to buy a full kitchen remodel package the first time they see an ad from you. If you can get them onto your email list for very cheap and then let email marketing do its thing when they're ready to buy on their own terms, they've already seen your brand, your company, your everything several times. So when they are ready to move forward with that project, guess who they're going to hire? You. And that is the opportunity that's out there right now. So we're running ads to give out a nice PDF, a nice ebook. It's actually a brochure that we're doing that's all about whatever it is that you want. So if you're remodeling or interior painting, we're doing stuff that talks all about interior trends. If you're outdoors and you do landscaping and pond work, we're doing actual guides of here's how during this time period, while you're stuck at home, here's how you can beautify your outside by yourself. And they're actually coming in so much cheaper right now because everybody, all these advertisers are actually pulling out a lot of their money, which makes, because it's an auction site, Facebook that much cheaper. So we're getting tons and tons and tons of really cheap results, meaning all these homeowners that may not be ready to buy today and they will be ready to buy in the next few months, we're getting them in for pennies on the dollar. And that's exactly where your advertising budget and your advertising dollars should go, is towards building the brand using social media right now. All right, so as you can see, just in the past 30 days, we got another 170 people. This is a painter, 170 people at $1.37 per person to get their information on this email list. So we spent, $232 just in the past month, which is very little, to get them on an email list. So what I'm saying here is you can use social media to build your brand right now. It's not going to pay off right now, but that is how large brands do it. Major companies do not just show you an ad when you're ready to buy. They show you ads your whole life. All right, let's talk about a car or a truck. Did you randomly just hear about that brand that day that you went to the actual car dealership to buy the car? Or have you heard commercials and radio ads and seen ads on social media for years from them, building their brand until eventually you knew everything about the brand, so when it came time to going to buy a car, you knew exactly which company you were going to go to. And that's the same thing with your business, is you can build your brand right now for very cheap. And when we all bounce back from all this stuff, you're going to have so much attention on your business, because at the end of the day, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. And this is how all of this stuff ties in together. All right, we got this fantastic, really nerdy marketing funnel, but what happens with lead gen sites and how most contractors operate is everybody wants to only go after the homeowners that want to purchase today or tomorrow, which is fine. And I get it, because nobody wants to waste their time with those that are just thinking about it. We don't want window shoppers. We don't want anybody who's not ready to buy today. Here's the problem. Those are the most expensive leads to buy. And if you haven't established your brand in front of them, then this is why it becomes a race to the bottom. This is why a lot of homeowners need to get several bids, because why would they go for you, right? Why is your company better than all the other companies? And a lot of companies have a very difficult time communicating that. If you're only going for people who are ready to actually buy today, we are missing the rest of this funnel. We're missing all the people that are in the research phase. If all they did was just download your guide for $1.37, and then they got all these emails from you, by the time they're ready to evaluate and then purchase, they're only gonna hire you because they've seen your brand, your company that many times. So it's a bit of being patient on this. What we're doing is we are essentially building an online relationship with the homeowners in your local area at scale. You don't have to go out and shake hands with every single person to build that relationship. It's all done in the background. So before you go out and you turn all your ads off and you say, that's it, I'm not spending any money because I'm just gonna stockpile it up until this thing is done. The companies that stay the course on this, and all the companies that we work with, all the contracting businesses, because that's all we do, that are staying the course right now, April and May 2020 will most likely be the best chance for this, as far as how many eyeballs are on social media and how cheap it is, because so many people, so many businesses are stopping their advertising because they're scared. I don't think it's gonna get as good as it is right now unless we have pandemic ×2 or part 2. So we're pushing this heavily. We're going big for ourselves. We're going big for our clients, with the understanding that not many people are gonna be buying right now, but these people that we're adding to these email lists are going to be buying in the relatively near future, and they only are going to buy from the clients that we work with because they're already on that email list. Make sure, if you're a residential contractor, you are not sitting there with nothing to do. Make sure you're actually building. Make sure you're finding the opportunities and getting people in the door very, very cheap right now. Let's just think about it from a math perspective. Let's just say we get not even $1.37. Let's just say we get people in the door for $2 an email. And let's just say, on average, the cost per lead of somebody who wants to just get a bid, just a random person, is $100 per lead. So that means that when we get somebody in the door for $2 early on in the process, only one person needs to convert into a lead, an actual somebody who wants to buy from us, potentially, to equal out that same $100 per lead. Think about this. This person that's coming in for $100 a lead, at the very end, they're ready to buy right now, potentially. How much do they know about you? Have they been seeing a lot of your ads? Have they been reading your blogs? Have they been sitting there actively learning about your company? Compared to the person that came in at $2 and have been getting email after email, blog after blog from you, building the brand, building the credibility of why you're the best, showing your work, showing your reviews to them. So you think about it as far as quality of lead goes, which one is better? The one person that says that they want to get a quote or an estimate right now that costs $100, or any of those 50 people that came in for $2 but have seen months of your brand in their email, on their Facebook, and all over the internet, and that they all cost the exact same $100. Do me a favor, don't freak out right now. If you got the means, put your money where it counts. Run your Facebook ads. Don't expect that people are gonna be buying today, but get them onto your email list. We run guides, we run ebooks, whatever you have that you know somebody's willing to part ways with their name, first name, last name, and email, so you can now nurture those relationships. Do that, and I guarantee you, when this is all said and done, this will be one of the best marketing decisions you'll ever make because of how high this ROI is about to be. Do me a favor also, if this stuff helps at all, and helps kind of clarify about like, should you be running ads right now? Should you not be running ads right now? Hit the like button. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm. We put a lot of time and effort into a lot of these videos, getting these up there, doing the research on what goes into it. Smash that like button. I really appreciate it. Make sure if there's somebody else that needs to see this video that's stopping all ads, stopping everything because they're trying to hold on to everything and almost become a hermit with their money, they see this, because those that are willing to put a little bit of skin in the game right now are going to bounce back and bounce back huge. See you guys.